hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion.
Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Aria and you are here for part 2 of my Decorate for Christmas series 2023. Now in this video, we are going to be all about Christmas trees. So if you like this kind of content, stick around. If you're here for the first time to my channel, welcome. And if you're a regular subscriber, welcome back. We're going to be decorating a tree or two in this video. In 2023, I am doing 7 trees. I'm going to give you a little bit of what I've done on the 7 trees, and I'm going to try to complete the last 2 in this video. I don't want to make this video long, but I just want to give you 7 Christmas tree ideas. If you like your Christmas tree looking like a designer tree, if you like your Christmas tree looking really simple, this is the video for you. So any kind of style that you are, you should be able to be inspired in some way by at least one of these trees. So let's get into it. Every year I seem to go really crazy on the trees. I just love decorating trees, and I seem to be able to find more areas in the house where I'm going to put trees. Basically guys, my idea is I just love Christmas. It's my favorite time of year, and I like when anywhere I go in the house I feel like it's Christmas. And what does that for me are Christmas trees. So you don't have to go all crazy getting multiple trees, but even if you're getting one tree for your home, I'm hoping that you'll be inspired in some way by one of these trees. In this video, we're going to look at 7 Christmas tree ideas, and I want to start with the 2 trees that are not yet finished to kind of give you a little idea as to how I approach decorating a tree that is a little bit more like a designer tree, a tree that seems to have a whole bunch of stuff going on. Some people love that, some people don't. I'm also going to decorate a tree that is simple. The tree behind me, it's not quite done. It's a tree in my master bedroom, and I'm trying to do this tree a little less fussy, a simpler style, but yet still elegant. So I want to start with the family room trees. So let's go into the family room. Okay, a good way to start a tree is if you're using ribbons, start with the ribbons. I'm using these ornaments. I'm using green, trying to keep a natural tone still going through the theme this year. Using this antique gold. These are antlers and ornaments. Those will be the special ornaments. And here I am going to start with a bow at the top, and I'm going to run the ribbon through the tree. It's a wired ribbon. It's a narrow ribbon, more narrow than the one that I used on the 9-foot tree downstairs. This is a 7-foot slim pencil tree that I got from Walmart about 4 or 5 years ago, and I've used this tree. I remember when this was the only tree we had at the previous home, and now it's my oldest tree and it's a little shaky. The lights have gone out for about 2 or 3 years now, so I strung new lights around it from Amazon. So it's best to start with a ribbon if you're using ribbons, and I'm trying to do this tree somewhat glam, but it's a pencil tree, so it's much simpler to decorate. So I'm doing the ribbons, and then I'm going to go ahead and work the ornaments. Now here are the ornaments. They're different shades of green, beautiful color, and I'm going to clump the ornaments so it's easier for me to attach them to the tree and still have that dispersion of the colors in an even way. And it's easier for me to clump them like this. I'm using zip ties, small zip ties. I'm leaving a little space. I'm not tightly putting the zip ties in. I'm leaving a little space to hang the ornaments on the limbs, and then I'm going to tighten it a little bit, not too tight, so it's easy for me to remove from the tree when I'm pulling it down. So zip ties a way that you can put the ornaments on in clusters, and the clusters make it easier for you to place the ornaments on the tree in a uniformed way. So I'm putting the clusters between where the ribbons are just to fill the spaces. And then I'm going to go ahead and this particular color I left 4 out because I'm going to do some hydro dripping to them so that I will have some more special ornaments. So I have these antlers, beautiful antique gold, and I'm going to have the marble look on some of these balls. So here I'm going to hydro dip them. I'm using black spray paint and gold spray paint. I'm spraying it in the water. You know, you can do it too. It's supposed to not have a uniform effect. It's a marble effect, and it's supposed to create some form of interest with the ornaments on the tree.
Whoa, he missed out on love, that's for sure. It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe, and I've got.
I'm also spray painting the covers of these ornaments black and gold so that they have an antique look. And I am also using these bowl fillers to stick on these sticks, these skewer sticks, to create what would be like a topper for the tree, because I did not remember to get any toppers for it. And I also am using some of this floral, Christmas floral. I'm going to spray paint it gold, so I'm going to use these as sprays and picks in the tree and for the topper. So that's what I'm going to do. The balls are drying right now, and I found these tree dry stems and I'm putting them in the tree to kind of give this kind of forest look to the tree.
I've decorated everything to be perfect for this week.
Okay, so the last tree that I'm going to work on is my master bedroom tree. It's a simple traditional tree where I'm using these wooden garlands. I got them from Walmart for $6.98, and I'm stringing it around the tree. And this is a traditional tree, so I'm stringing it very loopy. And this tree is very relaxed. It's going to be very airy. I'm using ribbons to tie on some of the branches. Really simple tree. It's how people used to decorate trees before all these designer ideas came out. So I'm actually tying the ribbons on some of the limbs, and then I'm going to put my DIY velvet textured ornaments on this tree. That is why I created them. I'm doing them in different colors, but the colors are muted, as you can see. Very nice. I think this may be my favorite tree this year. I'm using that special ornament that has a different design on there, and I'm using these very tiny balls as well that I spray painted gold, so they're gold and black. So that's basically it. And I'm using a blanket for like a full skirt for the tree, and that's it. Okay guys, so let's start with Christmas tree idea number 1, and this is your glam tree, what people would call the designer looking tree. Now I have used pampas grass in my topper. I'm using sprays. This is my King of Christmas 6.5 foot tree Unlit. And thank you so much, King of Christmas, for gifting me this beautiful tree. Guys, the quality on this tree is so good. Look at the limbs. No matter how you mess with them, the flocking is not going to shed. And this is a good quality tree that when you spend on it, it will last for years to come. In this designer looking tree, what makes it designer is the amount of elements that's happening, the amount of different picks, the amount of different size ornaments, different textured ornaments, different types of ribbons. The things that are going on this tree is so much. The sprays and the picks and the florals, and you're stuffing the tree rather than hanging the ornaments, guys. That's a major difference. There's my DIY ornament right there, my matte ball. I'm using browns in this, guys, and I use some plaid to kind of offset to give it some interest. And I use pampas grass. As I said, I'm using bells. This is natural browns, but it's glamorous. I'm loving this tree, guys, and that's a glam tree, and I hope those tips that I just gave you would help you to create one yourself. Tree idea number 2 is basically an extension of number 1. It's having twin trees. So some people have 2 trees flanking either side of their fireplace. I don't have a fireplace, but I have a TV stand station. So I have 1 tree to the right that's almost to the window, and this is a 7.5 flocked tree from Walmart. This is the 3rd year that I'm using this tree. The lights went out, so I had to rewire it with lights, but that's okay. I got to match the lights to my Unlit King of Christmas. They have the exact same lighting from Amazon. I will link these items in the description box at the end of this video. Look at how beautiful this is. It's 1 tree mirroring the other. So that's an idea that you can also use in your main areas of your home. You can have 2 trees dressed alike. It's a beautiful effect.
We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song.
Okay guys, so Christmas tree idea number 3 is a themed tree. In this case, I am doing a tree inspired by my homeland, Jamaica, and I'm using the colors of the Jamaican flag, black, green, and gold, and I am just softening it with some whites. So basically, you can have a theme that you like. You can use a Nutcracker theme, you can use a Candyland theme, you can use a Santa theme, you can use a Winter Wonderland theme, whichever you choose. This is a Christmas tree idea of using a theme. Here I have some DIY gift boxes that I wrapped with fabric and used ribbons that resemble the ones on the tree. There I have a silver ball from last year from Hobby Lobby. The skirt is from Hobby Lobby, and this is a glam tree, guys. I used a lot of ribbons and different size balls and texture ornaments, and this is a themed tree, another Christmas tree idea. My tree idea number 4 is a colored tree. In this case, I chose a black tree because I wanted a romantic effect in my dining room, my formal dining room. And this tree I decorated with like jewels and gold and anything that would pop on the black. Golds and whites and jewels. Look at those beautiful crystals falling from this tree, guys. And this is in my formal dining room. And a colored tree is also one that is very different and interesting. You could choose a blue tree, a pink tree, any color that interests you, just because you might want to have an edgy effect. And this is what I wanted for my dining room, a romantic tree. And for me, this black tree did it. So that's another tree idea, having a tree that's in a color. And this color for me was black. Oh, and guys, look, and you will see that tiny white house that I painted, that ornament from part 1 of the Decorate for Christmas. Tree idea number 5 is basically having a kids tree. Some people have one tree and it's dedicated to the children and they put their gifts under the tree. In this case, this is a kids tree in my daughter's room and she decorated it. So I did not decorate this tree. I helped her, but it was basically her idea. She wanted purple, she wanted pink. So it's another themed tree, but it's a kids tree. And the Christmas tree idea here is for your kid to have a tree that truly reflects them. So if you're like me, that I love designer trees and I like to take control of everything that's happening with a tree, allow the children to decorate that tree. So that's a tree idea, a kids tree, a kids themed tree and a kids decorated tree. This brings me to tree idea number 6, which is a slim glam tree. So you're using the elements of the glam tree that I was showing you downstairs, and it's now being executed on a very slim surface. This is a slim 7-foot tree, and this tree I am using a green natural theme, and I embellished it with DIY hydro dipping balls. Here I have a DIY color for this tree that I created last year. Look at how beautiful this tree is. I'm just using a simple gold and white ribbon. I'm using the antlers that are in antique gold. Look at that marble effect of the balls, and I just used 1 pack of 50 small balls from Hobby Lobby, ornament balls, and I spray painted, as I showed you before, some sprays and picks that I had in green. And there's the tree, beautiful tree. The idea is a slim tree. So if you have a very tiny space that you want to put a tree in, this is a perfect tree for tiny spaces, tiny apartments. And remember guys, if your style is glam, you can have a glam tree even though it's a slim, tall, skinny tree. Final and 7th tree idea is the traditional simple tree. Some people rather this kind of decor where they hang the ornaments off on the limbs. I purposely did not unravel the limbs too much. Look at that DIY ball that I created. All these balls on this tree are DIY. I use several techniques that I have several videos on showing. Guys, I'm hanging the ornaments rather than on the glam tree where you push some of the ornaments in to fill out the tree. You're doing the exact opposite on this traditional tree. You're hanging the ornaments rather than filling up the tree. So this tree gets to breathe. You're seeing the beauty of the green limbs, the pine tree. I think this is my favorite tree for this year. And guys, that ends my video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I hope you will consider subscribing. This was part 2 of my Decorate for Christmas videos. I have one more and then I'm going right into Vlogmas. So guys, stay positive, stay productive, love yourself. Peace out, guys.